Hey, great to see everybody. Thanks for being on. Oh gosh, you guys are hanging with Renita, bringing the heat tonight. Appreciate you guys all getting on. So let's see. So we've got, hey, so this is right in your back office, right? Kind of been through this before on some of these Sunday night calls. So this is just kind of repetition for some of you if you're brand new. I love this just success pathway. So if you go to your LifeWave back office and you log into your account, you can scroll down and it's going to say compensation 2.0. You're going to click on this. There's a brochure in English. And here we are. So this is page 5. And this just kind of takes you through the pathway of rank. So like Renita said, 12 ranks. I think that's absolutely awesome because every rank is fairly close to your current rank. And I love that because when I believe I can hit that next rank, it changes the way I go out there with confidence and share the message, right? My goal is like, miles and miles away and millions of points and millions of dollars away. It's harder for me to think, gosh, I think I can do this. But 1-star manager is right there. So you get started with any of the kits, core, advanced, plus, or premium. Remember, so whatever kit you started on, maybe in the chat, put what kit you started with, what enrollment kit you started with, core, advanced, plus, or premium. At any time, you can log into your own LifeWave back office. You can click store and then upgrade kits. It's not a requirement. It's not mandatory. There's no time limit. You can upgrade at any time. How you upgrade is you log into your account, you click store, upgrade kits, and then you just pay the difference between the kit that you started with and the kit that you want to upgrade to. So you can upgrade from core to advanced. You can upgrade from core all the way to premium, advanced to premium. You could walk up one kit at a time. It's a great way to save money, right? So once you get in that premium kit, you can't upgrade anymore. So then you're just looking on getting on either monthly subscription. You could click on store and there's some maintenance kits that keeps you active for 3 to 6 months. So what does active mean? Active means that you're placing at least a minimum order every 31 days. So it doesn't go calendar month to month, like, April 1st to April 30th. It's going to go the trailing 31 days. So you might have started on the 15th. So it's going to be the 15th to approximately the 15th, right? 31 days trailing. And to stay active as a brand partner, it says that you need 55 point volume or personal volume. Personal volume comes from your orders. And then it also comes from any of your retail or preferred customers. So if you send your website out, somebody places an order, that's going to create some points. That's going to be added up into your personal volume. So to stay active, you only need 55 points. One sleeve of X39 is 77 points, okay? 1-star manager is the very first rank. Now you need to be personally active with PV or personal volume of 110 PV. So really we just start with 110, right? Like why say 55? The rank number 1 is 1-star at 110 PV. So an example of 110 personal volume would be the X39 and X49 performance bundle, right? That's $179. That's over 110 point volume. Or one X39 and one Eon, right? That would be $170, and that would be over 110 point volume where the product that keep you active. If you're placing an order and someone goes to your website as a retail or preferred customer, that also increases your personal volume. So think about it, you need 110. So 1-star manager, the first rank, you're active with 110, and then you only need a total of qualified downline volume, which includes your order, plus anyone that you've enrolled, who they've enrolled. So anyone that you brought onto LifeWave that has purchased product as a retail or preferred customer or as a wholesale member like you. So if they buy any of those kits, it creates point volume. When you get up to 750 points in your trailing 31 days, you're a 1-star manager. Congratulations, right? 2-star manager, 110 personal volume. You're active with 110. And between your order and everyone you've brought in, who they brought in, all of your qualified downline volume, you're just looking for 1,500 points over trailing 31 days. 2-star manager. 3-star manager, active with 110 points. You can see it right there. 3-star manager, qualified downline volume for looking up to 2,500 points in downline volume. So people you've enrolled, who they've enrolled, who they enrolled. Remember, the only way LifeWave grows is to pay out referral commissions. They don't endorse athletes. They're not on billboards and advertising. They're not on the internet, in movies, on radio, on TV commercials. All of their advertisement dollars are focused on paying out people like you on this call when you partner with LifeWave and refer the product, LifeWave is going to send it directly to your friend. LifeWave is going to manufacture and distribute that product and deliver it to your friend. LifeWave is going to have a 100% money back guarantee, and all of their advertisement dollars are going out to pay referral commissions to people like you on this call. The more people you help, the more people you refer, the more income you can earn with LifeWave. It's amazing. It's absolutely incredible. By the way, direct to consumer or direct sales industry, LifeWave is the fastest growing direct sell company in all of North America 2 years in a row, the fastest growing. So if you want to be with the right company in this amazing industry, direct to the buyer. Now, again, direct to the buyer 20, 30, 40 years ago would have been risky or weird, or you would have to explain to people what you're talking about. Now, who shops online? Besides Renita, who shops from their phone? Like, it's not only normal, I think it's preferred. You hop online, you do a little research, and 3 or 4 days, you're going to get it right at your doorstep, and you're going to make sure you get the best price with a 100% money back guarantee. And the only way LifeWave grows is to pay out people like you in this call. So 3-star manager, 2,500 points in your downline. And then it's the first time that this qualification criteria comes up. It's the column there, 3 from the right. Do you see that? It says volume legs. One of your volume legs has to have at least 1,000. So of that 2,500 points to get to 3-star manager, 1,000 points has to come from one leg. So what does that mean, volume legs? Every time you enroll someone, and it's a binary, so you have a left and a right leg. It doesn't matter if they're on your left or right leg for this. Every time you enroll someone, you have a separate volume leg. So if you enroll 3 people, you have 3 volume legs, and then you're going to put them on your left or your right side. If you enroll 5 people, you're going to have 5 volume legs, and then you're going to either place them on your left team or your right team. Outside shared left, outside shared right. Okay. If you enroll 10 people, you have 10 volume legs. So if I enroll someone, that's one enrollment volume leg. I want their leg to get to 1,000 points over trailing 31 days. So it counts their order plus anyone they might enroll, who they enroll, infinity, right? So maybe the person you enroll only shares it with one person, but that person shares it with 10. All 10 of those people are a part of your volume leg. So for a 3-star manager, you're trying to get to at least 1,000 points. So if you could get really good at yourself going 1-star, 2-star manager, if you just started, and then teaching your team how to go 1-star, 2-star, 3-star manager, I can tell you that's exactly what Renita and I did to get to the top rank in the company, LifeWave, in our very first 66 days. We didn't learn about the third rank from the top and the second rank for the top and the first rank. We learned how to go manager and director, the first 2 ranks, and then we taught people who we brought in who wanted to earn income, we taught them how to go manager and director. So now there's 1-star, 2-star, 3-star manager, and then there's 1-star, 2-star, 3-star director. And we're going to stop at director here, but I'm glad we need to pull this up so you have a resource that you can go back to. And if you're looking at this, you have questions, you can always message us. You can go on our Facebook group. You can put on your questions there, and we'll walk you through it. But 1-star director, 110 point volume. That's your personal order plus any of your customers, retail or preferred customers. You're looking for 5,000 total qualified downline volume points in 31 days. The most you can use from one person's enrollment leg. So let's say you enrolled someone and that one person took off and shared it with hundreds of people. You're going to get paid commissions on that, but to rank advance, to get to 5,000 points, you can only use 2,500 points from that leg. That's called the maximum volume rule. That's what that means. And then for 1-star director, you're looking for 2 volume legs that are reaching at least 1,000 points. So that's where it says 2 at 1,000. And then outside of those 2 legs, you're looking for another leg that you've enrolled, which is another person that you brought into LifeWave, where everyone outside those 2 legs, it says 1,000 points outside your largest 2 legs. So when you start sharing with people and they start sharing, you're going to have a couple people that are taking off and excited. They know a lot of people. They want to really bless and serve and love a lot of people. They're thinking about their family, their friends, their coaches, their teammates, right? And they're sharing with everybody, and everybody wants to activate their stem cells, right? And so everybody wants to grow and everyone wants to order these products, and you're going to have a couple people that take off. So as a 1-star director, you want 2 of your volume legs to get to at least 1,000. And then if you add up everybody else outside of those 2, you want at least 1,000. And then this is the first rank where it talks about binary balancing. So you have a left leg and a right leg. you need at least 1,000 point volume on your left leg and your right leg. And kind of just to recap again what point volume means, every single time someone places an order on your team in your downline, every order creates points. So like an X39 sleeve is $150 retail, it's $100 wholesale. It creates 77 points in your downline. And so 77 points. So if you think about how many people you need to place orders to create the point volume you need, it gets really simple actually when you share it with someone and everyone shares it with 2 people. So imagine if you share it with 2 people and they share it with 2. You know, you're up to 2 and they share it with 2, that's 4. So you've got 6 people on your team, right? When those 6 people share it with 2, you've got 12 new people. When those 12 new people just find 2, you've got 24 new people. When those 24 just share it with 2, you've got almost 50, 48 new people. When those 48 people share it with just 2, you have 100 new people on your team. And so you can see, even though you look at some of these numbers like 5,000 points and 10,000 points and 20 and 40,000 points, if you're not good at magic math, which is not, what do they call it? Core curriculum, core math, or, you know, this is magic math. This is exponentially growing when you share it with, and no one really did anything spectacular. No one brought in hundreds of people or thousands of people. Everyone can bring in 2 or 3 or 4 people and everyone can succeed, right? All of the boats are in the water. When the tide rises, all the boats go up and everybody rises and everybody succeeds. So this is where you're going to see your success pathway. So I'm going to take a break here and just go in the chat. I probably should have done this a little bit earlier to make sure that there's not some questions in here. Yep, comp plan in the back office, Sherry says. Let's see what else we got. We'll show everyone how they can check their downline, qualified downline, who needs to order. So yeah, right on your dashboard, you're going to see what goals you've achieved and what goals you haven't achieved yet. You can click little shortcuts, like if you click on your dashboard and it says you need 2 legs at 1,000, you can click that and it's going to pull up everyone you've enrolled and how many the points are at, right? And then you can click to the right to see the next rank and the next rank. It's hard for me to show you that because I'm not supposed to pull up our back office and show you specifically ours, or you know, Heidi Sarnecki, you might not want me to pull up your office and show everybody your office. So yeah, I wish there was just like kind of a mock or a ghost back office that we could share. We kind of been talking to LifeWave a little bit about that. Maybe they can help us that, so we can kind of show